it means that you follow the laws that they set
I'm,
up.
I'm very sorry, ma'am. Where such regulations occur, I believe that the dictates of the Constitution become superior. Yes, and I'm saying this unequivocally. I'm saying this without saying that the position being canvassed by the unions is wrong.
Are you saying then that if the NUC should have a separate set of laws that guides its regulation of state universities?
NUC regulates only the academic content, not the administrative content, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You're talking about quality assurance, quality control in terms of the contents of the courses, the programs that each university has to run, and the degrees it can award. NUC does not bother itself with regards to who becomes the VC, how a VC should run. Do you understand, ma'am?
Yeah, but your union, I beg your pardon, the university also agreed, one of their agreements was that they were going to implement the agreement reached by ASU at the federal level. So how come it is now that you're finding it convenient to say, well, that's NUC and it doesn't quite affect what we do at the state level?
As an individual, ma'am, I'm not finding it convenient. As a stakeholder, I do not find it convenient. However, we are responsible to a superior authority. The state government, the State House of Assembly are the ones who have been statutorily recognized to do what? To review the law.
But did that agreement ever hold? The agreement where LASU agreed to implement, you know, whatever the ASU at the national level agreed with the federal government. Was there any such document?
Let me just shed light in these regards. We went through the old document. We made certain agreements, and those agreements were financial and non-financial. There was also an aspect of it that has to do with policy. And with regards to policy, the council of the university can only make recommendations in that regards to the visitor to the university, which in this instance is the executive governor of Lagos State. And as the executive governor, if he so wishes, he passes such recommendations to the House of Assembly, to legislator. And if he says no, nobody can do anything about that. And I'm going to tell you this. It is not that he feels arrogant about it. It's not that he feels that every other person is inferior to him. But the state government sees beyond what an ordinary employee sees. That is the truth. And until that aspect of our law is changed, it means that a vice chancellor, a principal officer, is entitled to 2 terms of 4 years each. However, not on a platter of gold.
Just a moment. If I'm reading you right now, you're saying that yes, such an agreement did exist, but it is subject to what the governor
exactly,
believes or says.
The owners of the university, yeah. The owners of,
so
yes.
you reached that agreement with,
yes,
with
and we
the
passed
caveat.
everything. We passed everything to the government. And the government of the state approved the financial contents of the agreement of 2009. And that was why there was a salary increase and allowances here and there that everybody is enjoying in Lagos State University. But with regards to new age of retirement and a tenure of a single tenure, the state government says no, it is not ready to do that.
If I may come in here, I know we're talking agreements, but we're almost out of time, but a very quick one. Yeah. What's the position or situation of the external students of LASU?
Yeah, if you're saying external students, I believe
some of your students have not been graduated since 2011. Your Ogba campus, the results, someone's tweeting about the Ogba campus results have not been collated.
Ogba?
Yes.
Ogba.
For the past 5 years. Then the other external students that have not graduated since 2011, what's the situation?
I will not believe that for the past 5 years results have not been collated. No. And I want to quickly tell you about our external system. But for the crisis, over 8,000 will have graduated again. That should have been in March 18th, but for the crisis. Because that was the week for our convocation ceremony when the crisis started on the 16th. There's some people who haven't written the last examination, never bothered going back to change the status of their results. And they will have assumed that they've completed. But as we speak, if anybody has such issues and the person can make available his or her matriculation number, I will give you on the spot the status of that person's result, whether the person has been cleared for graduation or the person still has outstanding courses.
Let's close on this quickly. An error occurred in the award of PhD to some people in your school, and we know that a prestigious school as yours, that could be a dent to its image if it's been heard that there were some mistakes. Those who sat to award those degrees, are they being sanctioned?
Basically, that report will be taken in Senate. Once Senate takes it with regards to the various recommendations, be rest assured that this administration will do the needful in that regards. Take, for instance, the Secretary Postgraduate School is a non-teaching. That person is responsible to me as the Registrar of Lagos State University. So, if that person has committed an error, it is taken that the Registrar committed an error. But we want to know, was it deliberate or inadvertent? But be rest assured that by the time that report is considered, we shall apportion blames where we will find a way to doing what? To reforming the system such that it won't happen again.
When are they likely to go back to school?
The lecturers are back teaching. It is the administrative content that we're talking about, and like I said,
And that's Sanu Nasu.
Sanun, Nasu, even that. But like I said, it is hoped, it is my belief that both parties to the agreement we're supposed to sign, maybe by this weekend, are honest, sincere enough, and that by the time we sign it this weekend, the doors or the gates of the universities will be open to all and sundry, regardless of whether the person is the vice chancellor, the registrar, the DVC, or an ordinary cleaner. We should be able to go about our normal duties without let or hindrance and without fear.
Are we worried about the image of LASU? Because, I mean, the fact that it's constantly had crisis, it's been in the news. It's barely has, years of settlement before another crisis comes in.
I think that is where you come in. There may be need for another day, where we will have to look at LASU from inception till date. The roles of every individual. Why can't we emulate universities like Ibadan, Unilag, and some other state universities? Yes, they do have issues, but they already have a mechanism through which they resolve all their issues.
Mr. Lewis, I think we'll stay on this, and we'll hope that, as you have said, sharing in your optimism that the school will go back into full session in the days to come. We'd like to thank you for coming to Sunrise Daily. That's the Registrar of Lagos State University, Mr. Akinwumi Lewis. Sunrise Daily will take a moment. We'll return shortly. Join us again.